Anybody feel like you're on the brink of the receptive mode and you'd just like to be coaxed in? Somebody that's not on the edge of the crevasse of despair? Well, there's no point in starting there. We only have 12 minutes left. We've had enough of you today. We're just... No. You got what you came for. Right here. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is really big. I missed you when you came to England a few years ago, so it's a real honour for me to sit here with universal consciousness and say thank you. I have so much gratitude for this humble thing we call life.
Yeah, that's a lovely place to consistently hold. That's really good. Yes.
Yeah. I get blown away by how much gratitude that is bestowed upon me sometimes.
Well, we want it to feel like the next logical step, not blown away and astonished. And we know these are just words that you're using in comparison with other times and other people and other experiences, but we love hearing you say, I have accepted the natural, never-ending flow of wonderful things that are happening to me, and around every corner I expect them, and then there they are again and again and again and again. Yeah.
I don't like to expect, but I give gratitude for the abundance. I always say...
Well, that's one of the nice things about the way this being in the receptive mode is, because everything that's in your vortex is being revealed to you, and you are in the receptive mode of it. And that's why we say it is so delicious to us to watch you be surprised and delighted. And the reason that the surprise is there is because you don't even realize the depth and breadth of what you put into your vortex. But when you get into the receptive mode and you allow it, you allow yourself to receive it, often there is that exhilaration of surprise because it's so much more than the components that you put in.
Definitely, yeah. I do get a little bit distressed sometimes when I hear what you've been saying to the other people, and you know, we all have this higher vortex that we want to step into, and it's really upsetting that you can't give it to your family and friends when you see them in despair and in the 3D world. You know, you just want to uplift them.
What you just have to accept is that you cannot be the path of least resistance for someone else. And when you try to be it, then you get into a place of resistance, and then you have nothing to give them. So you just have to accept that as a consequence. Unless you're tuned in, you can't help them. And when you try to help them when you're not tuned in, you find out what happens with that.
Yeah.
It's sort of like Abraham. I'm so disappointed that when I jumped off my roof, I didn't float to the ground. It's really distressing to me that the law of gravity slammed me hard and broke my legs. And we say, there are these things that just are that you have to adapt to, and you have to learn to navigate within the law of attraction. You have to understand that you cannot be anybody else's point of attraction, only your own. And once you are selfish enough to really accept that, then you don't feel distressed about their sifting through contrast, but you feel aware that they're in a step one moment. One of the things that we've been saying recently, and we think it's a really good conversation to have here, is that step one is ask. Contrast causes you to do that. Step two is source answers. You've heard this until you don't want to hear it anymore. Step three is you get into the receptive mode so that you can be a receiver of ideas and inspiration. Step four is you master that. You just get so good at that that it's easy to be in step four, and when you're not, you know how to get back there. And step five is no longer being mad at yourself when you're in step one. But step five, did you hear that? That matters. You've heard it before. You didn't have a big response to it like you did the first time you heard it. But we want you to understand, step five also means not being upset when somebody else is having a step one moment. Understanding the contrast that is necessary for them. Seeing them put things into their vortex. Think about their inner being stirring up their contents of their vortex. Think about law of attraction, bringing the cooperative components. Think about it bubbling up. Think about what's possible for them. Think about what you might enlighten them to. Think about what power of example you might offer because you understand about your vortex. Think about how your feeling good might lead them to begin to make the correlation between your feeling good and what's unfolding in your life. You only teach through the clarity of your example. And the laws of the universe will back you up every single time, all day, every day.
Totally. Thank you.